Hi everybody, it's Julie. Welcome to the Messy Desk. We are working on 9-inch edges. So edges for our journals, I call these ready edges because I can get them ready and then just paste them into or glue them into my journals as I need them. So I have several things out here on the table so that I can make some ready edges. So we're going to start by taking some of the noisy paper scraps. So they're just these little strips. I have 3 strips here, and I'm going to lay them on this paper to start with, and we're going to go ahead and stamp on them. I have this amazing stamp set that Bonnie had gotten me, and I've hardly gotten to use it because I didn't have it in a place where I would remember that I had it. I have these, they're leaves, and let me see if I can, let me get I guess we'll use the really big one because then we know that it'll fit. So this is an acrylic picture frame that's held together with magnets, and this is what I'm going to go ahead and use. And I don't know, I might want to look for a long skinny stamping block. Okay, so there is that, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp that on each one of these. That does a really nice. I think she said she got this from Linda Israel, but I'm not sure, you guys, but I really like it. So Bonnie, speak up in the comments if you can, of where you got this stamp set. Okay, so next I've been using the postage cancellation stamp, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. And this, trying to figure out which direction it go. Oh, there it is right there. This is a Heidi Swap stamp. I couldn't remember, and when I was at Joann's, I saw it there, and it came with it's a great little stamp set that I picked up there, you guys. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this. So I mean, I could have done the whole paper and had it, and then and that would be faster and would be really cool, but I didn't do that. So we're doing this, and for right now those are the stamps that I have that I'm using, so we'll go with that. And then I have some distress ink, and I have we'll use the green one again, and the stencil that we're using. Okay, and oh, let's do the little ones. How about if we do them on opposite sides there? So this is just some of the distress ink. The stencil is from Dollar Tree, and I got it last month, so there's a chance you can still find it. Okay, so that gives me, I think we'll go down here, and at the bottom we'll stamp or we'll stencil a whole flower. Okay, so I think that that's a good little set. So that gives me something to use on my, and you can see I've got scraps all around the messy desk, so I'm going to be using those. Okay, everything's put away, very good. And okay, so that is so that we can let those dry. Okay, so we'll put those over here so they can dry. So let's go ahead and start with, this is junk paper. It's from the Atlas. And I'm going to go ahead and I am going to rip myself a paper that is the width of my metal ruler. Okay, so I have 3 that are the width of my metal ruler. Now we are to make 9-inch or more, at least 9-inch paper edges. So these are a little more than 11 inches. And so they will work. Okay. So I want to be able to put these on the right side. I think I want the letters, the words to show up. The next thing I have is I have some of my lace. Okay. Whoa. And you know what? I think we'll go ahead and make our 9 tabs while we're making our edges. Okay. So down here at the bottom, I am going to be making my edge. Now I want my edges, I don't know if you can see that, but we missed glue in this spot. And we're doing this assembly line. So we'll be making, so there, this piece of lace is 9 inches. I did cut the lace ahead of time. The lace is coming from the curtain, and this is from the ripped edge side of the curtain. Okay, it has this cute little daisy edge on it, edge of lace, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to use that in these journals. Okay, so I'm going to try and keep the frayed strings to a minimum. Try. Okay, so just fabric tack, because I'm using fabric and because I want it to dry fast. Okay, so fabric tack. And I'm going to show you a couple of other ideas that I could do, but and then, okay, shut up, Julie. Sorry, we're going to go up here. We're going to make 3 of our tabs, okay? So one of the things I like to do if I can is have things repeated, and by having this tab be very similar to what we're doing down here for the edge. So this is going to be my edge, and that's going to be my tab. Okay. So one of the things that we could do here is we could just go ahead and put a piece of fabric, and then maybe one of the postcards, and maybe one of the little flower ensemble things. Okay. And what you would see from the edge, you would see part of this. Now, I like to use the paper on the bottom because I can use any glue to put that paper into the journal. And I can put these edges into the journal after the journal, the binding is sewn in. So this is a really fun thing to do for if you get your journals ready and then you go ahead and you journal and add your items, then you can do that. So another thing that we could do is we could go ahead and add some pieces of our this is the noisy paper. It's a scrap of the noisy paper. Could add that. What I'm going to do this time is, remember these were from pages that we, well, they're the fold of the day that we did the hidden journaling cards. That's what they're from. Okay. And I said, oh, I'm going to save that. Well, now I'm going to use it. Okay. So it's a little less than the 9 inches. I think that's 8.5 or maybe 8. And so, and I have 3 of those. So I'm going to put those down in the middle. Okay. So they're going to cover up my edge of the lace. They're going to add in the color. And I like that we still can see the book, the printing from the Atlas. Okay, And remember, we're doing this assembly line. One of these is going to go in each of the 3 journals. Okay, so for up here, I'm going to go ahead and take this piece of blue. This was cut off from something that we were doing, and will give us a tab. Okay, so we have our base. We've added 2 items to our base so far for our tabs and for our edge. So this is dual assembly line. Okay, now I think I want to add postcard. I love these postcards, and so I cut out a bunch of them, so I have these ready. So up here, how do I want to, oh, I'm going to do that on those. I'm going to go at an angle for the, so you still get some of the blue. Okay, so an angle up here for the tabs. Okay, so lace, scrap of the index card, and that gives us 3. Okay, I don't know if you saw that, but that was going to be in the middle, and I don't want this totally in the middle because I don't want it to interfere with where I'm sorry, where the closure would go. Okay. Okay, so this gives me 3 edges. Okay, so I have 3 edges, 3 ready edges, and I have 3 tabs. Okay, 3 ready edges and 3 tabs. Let's go ahead and cut our tabs off. I just looked, I'm like, oh my gosh, are those my regular scissors? Yes, we're fine. Okay, so there's my 3 of my ready tabs. I love them. We could also staple on these, and I think I'm going to, just because I like the way the staples they look, and they give you a little more texture. So using 2 of the tiny attached staples. I like staples or sewing, I think is really fun, and I like this idea because it kind of looks like you sewed it like a patch. Okay, so there's some 3 tabs. They're ready. 3 ready tabs. And now we'll go do the same thing here. And sort of the same thing. Okay. So I went with up at the top, out here at the edge, and down here. Okay, so that's how I did that. So now when I'm ready to put this into the journal, I can just go ahead and glue it right on the paper. There's actually enough paper here that you could even add a second piece underneath it, and it could become a border tuck. Okay, so if you added another piece under here, remember I have these at 9 inches because if we use the 9x12 paper from Dollar Tree, then we want 9 inches. So I went with 9 inches, and you can cut them down to 8.5, and you only need to use your 8.5. Okay, because the other thing is you need to use everything that you make needs to go into your journals. Okay, so but there I could do that, and I could have enough room to make a border, or even if I put it in on my page, like put the glue here and here on the page, and then put the glue here and all the way around, I could also have a little pocket here and the bigger pocket here. Okay, so do you get that? And you all know that I love pockets, and I cannot lie. So, and we need to go ahead and add our staples to our tiny attacher. And I love this tool. thinking about doing a video of my favorite tools. So watch for that. The Patreons each month, they get a tool tip. So each month I've been showing them one of my favorite, whoops, let's put these in the right place. One of my favorite tools and how I like to use them. And, you know, and then if it seems like if it needs to be said, where you can get it, and how I order the pieces that you need to continue to use it. And and then some of my favorite ways to use the tool. It's been really a lot of fun to do the tool tip. So okay, so now let's go ahead and we will add our staples. And this my tiny attacher was a gift from Jana. So thank you again, Jana. It is definitely one of my favorite tools. And I'm so grateful because when she gave it to me as a gift, it's not something that I could have gone out and purchased at that time. So I appreciate that. And okay, so we also could go ahead and add a flower. I think we will. Now I've discovered that I really like my flowers upside down. Okay, so you're like going, what do you mean upside down? I'm going to show you here in just a second. You'll see how I'm collaging and I'm putting my collaged pieces really close together. If you are collaging and you're finding that you're just really not happy with your collages, try making your pieces of your collage touch. Okay, so instead of putting this flower up here and the postcard down here, I'm going to put them together. And that's how I like to collage. That's how my eye likes to see my collage done. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to add hopefully just a little glue here to each flower. Okay, each flower, then dots are up here, and we'll go with the green dots. I might have to add another set of dots to my this is my favorite flower, a daisy with the green centers. That is my favorite flower. Okay, so that is my first 3 edges. I love them. I think that they are great. So we have 3 edges and 3 tabs. So on to the next one. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but I picked out my paper pad. I knew I had this. I could not find it anywhere, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rip the top off here. I find ripping to be, it gives you another texture to your items, ripping your washi, ripping your papers. The other thing is if you are doing things freehand and you're not, I'm trying to decide whether to, it's like, oh, there's Daisy there. Okay, well, we'll rip it and we'll save it. We'll rip this one and we'll save it. Okay, so we have this little strip and we've got 3 of them. Okay, so I have this from my paper pad. And let's see, we've got, oh, that's right, we have this lace. We have this lace, okay, or not lace, this ruffle. This is also from the curtain. And I thought that, okay, so it has, it's sewn down on both sides. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's sewn on both sides. This can give me 2 ruffles. I think this one ruffle is too big for what I'm trying to do in this journal. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this down. And then I'm going to go ahead and have it come off the edge. Let's go ahead, we'll cut the whole thing for right, or no, we won't, because so how long is my piece here? we are 9 inches on this one. Okay, so no no tab on this one. We are 9 inches, so I want 9 inches of lace, 9 inches of ruffle. Okay, so yeah, using things as they are and then making them fit what you need. I need ruffle, so I'm going with this ruffle. You'll see one ruffle has the frayed side. That's where I've been ripping the cute little daisy lace. And again, I've used this curtain to cover my cover. Okay, so there's that. And we'll cut 2 more. 1. 2. That'll give me a piece, and we will be making our we will make a tab that goes with this. Okay, so let's go ahead, get our prototype idea going here. And I wonder if I have, you can see we're going to have great stuff for the snippet. Okay. Okay, we do have a piece of this. And then we also have, I didn't cut them out ahead of time, but we have our, from one of the mini ephemera pages. From the Colorful Daisies digital kit. I was like, should we try that? So we tried it, don't like it. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put this down because I know that I want the lace on the edge. Okay. Or the ruffle. I keep saying lace. I know it's ruffle. I keep saying lace, but I know it's ruffle. Okay, we have 3 of them. So we're doing the assembly line. So are you enjoying the assembly line? The exciting thing is you will have 3 journals when you have completed this challenge. 3 journals that are alike, that you can keep and use or gift or sell. Because yes, you are allowed to sell items that you make with dearJulieJulie digitals. Okay, that one ended up short. Okay, so you see what that was? That's the one for the tabs. Let's put that over here out of the way. You knew that, didn't you? You knew that. Okay. So those are ready. Ready ruffles. And kind of thinking about ripping this and putting it into spots. Yeah, okay. So remember, you have to have your base and then 3 things that you add on top. Okay, your base and 3 things that you add on top. So we've added our ruffle, we've added this from the note paper, and now we are adding a flinch card. This is from the flinch card kit. The flinch card set in the Dear Julie Julie Etsy shop is the numbers 1 through 31, and it is available always in the Etsy shop. And what I did here to get these is I printed them on or at 3.5 by 5. So it's a full page, full sheet, and then I printed it at 3.5 by 5. I'm going to go ahead and put this a little bit on an angle. Okay. And I think I'm going to add a dot. Okay. Or 2 or 3. Purple dot, pink dot. Okay, now make sure that these are sticking down, and we'll go ahead and I will do these 2 and be right back. So here we go. There's our 3 more edges, and let's go ahead and make their matching tabs. And I have this piece of the cardstock that we've been using. It's similar to what we had going on there. Let's see, we are 4.5 inches. And I'm just like, wait, okay, yeah, how do we go 1 1/4 and a bit. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So if I cut this piece off and then I cut 7 squares, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Okay. And then let's go ahead and figure out a size that I want. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Three, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3.5. 1, 2, 3.5. Fold. Okay, so I'm making tabs here, you guys. That's what I'm doing. Okay, 1, 2. Did I do that? Yeah. 1, 2, 3.5. Mark it. Fold it over. Okay. Now, I wonder if I'm gonna try and round these corners. You know what? Let's go with the smaller. Yeah, I like that. This is becoming one of my favorite tools. You know that my favorite corner rounder literally died during a video sometime last year. And I did just find one like it on Amazon, but I'm really liking this one. So I don't know if I'm going to replace it. Okay, so there we have our three things. Now, back when we started, we did the little flower thing with the binding string. Okay, so I'm wrapping around my fingers, 2 fingers and around 3 fingers. Then I'm going to go ahead and even that out. Okay, and I'm going to turn it. I'm going to grab a flower. So I guess we need another set of flowers. Okay, flower. I'm turning the flower upside down. It seems to hold better upside down. Okay, so now you saw I have a short side and a long side, and I'm going to go ahead and staple this onto the short side. Okay, actually I'm going to staple my flower to my stuff. Okay, and then I'm going to use the glue to put this down. But you know what, I think I wanted the lace on this one, but anyway, let's go ahead and we'll do the little puddle. So these are ready tabs. They're going to be ready. Okay, and then we'll put this here, and let's do a purple one this time. Okay, so just like that, and then let's come back over and grab our ruffle, and we're going to put the ruffle on the other side. Okay, the ruffle's going to go on this side, and I want to make sure that we use the wrong side of the ruffle. Okay, and okay, so there's our little tab, and it is ready to go on a page. So you'll just take it and put it on your page, and you can have it stick out a little bit, or you can have it come right up on the edge. That's going to be totally up to you, and for me it's going to depend on what we're looking like when it gets down to tab time. Okay, let's go ahead and push that down, and I'm going to go ahead and make the other 3, and we'll be right back. Okay, so we have our 3 tabs with our ruffle, our binding thread, our flower, and our bling. Okay, so three more ready tabs, and now we're on to our last edges. And so for this one, I have taken strips, long strips of my fabric. So long strips of my fabric, and I am going to ruffle them. I'm going to show you that right here, how I did it on my sewing machine with one hand. So here we have the fabric, and you can see it's on the book page strip. And what I do is I just go ahead and I get the next ruffle ready and go ahead and put it under my machine. I don't have a thing to hold my phone while we'll go ahead and, so just like that, and then we'll go ahead and sew through it, and I just keep doing that. Whoop. And if I lose my spot, we'll go ahead and put that down, get this ruffle right under there. Okay, so it's okay, and I just randomly go down, ruffling along. Okay, when it's time for another paper, I just go ahead, add it right on top. You can glue it. I tend to not want to add any more glue than I need to. Got 2 pages here, 2 pieces. So we'll just go ahead, put that under, and continue sewing. So this is what I made. I have my ready, we call this a ready ruffle, and I've stitched it onto book page. because, you know, book page is junk, and I've got a lot of that. So next I'm going to want to attach this onto, let's see how long our ruffle is here. We are like just a little more than 24 inches. I wonder if we have 3 9-inch pieces. 1, 2, not quite, but that's okay. So that was not the plan, was to have the 3 9-inch pieces, but let's see, what can we use for background pieces that are 9 inches? Is this 9 inches? 8.5. So we'll have to go this direction. We'll have a little extra. I like cutting from this side. Okay, so just laying my ruler down. This is going to give me the base. Okay, so there's 1. There's 2. This is from I chose a paper pad, so I can use anything out of that paper pad. So your choice is to use a paper pad or 5 assorted scrapbook papers for each journal, a total of 15. Now, that doesn't mean that you need to use 5 specific pages in each journal. What it means is you've got 15 pages to use in all 3. You do need to use all 15 pages. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so there we go. You know what? Let's go ahead and measure our 9. Oh, did I just make sure I didn't knock that? Okay. I mean, I knocked it, but make sure we didn't knock it. Okay. So there's my 9. Go ahead and put all 3 together. Okay, there's my 9. Now, this is going to be my background piece. This is what I want to add to each piece. And then I have to decide which side I want to add. I think if we go like 7 inches, let's do 6. That'll give us some of this ruffle. Oh my gosh, it was crazy, the fraying on this ruffle. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I have never experienced a fabric that, aside from like a silk or something, satin, that had so much stuff coming off. Okay, so that is our extra piece. And we can go ahead and, you could go ahead and decorate. If you had 9 inches of this, you could decorate right on top of this, because this could be your base, and that would be awesome. I'm going to go ahead and figure these out. We'll put down the 3. I love that. Okay, and you know, we could go ahead and add a piece of this. We also have this. That's going to be pretty out there. Okay, next, but we have this. Okay, and I have these pieces. These are way bigger than the last ones that we had. Okay, I like that. We also have this. Okay, this could go on here. Okay, kind of like that. It's kind of different, but so this is our llama party. I think it's called llama party. Southwest llama ribbon. I don't know where I got party. Oh my gosh, all this I've been thinking it was Southwest llama party. Okay, so what if we go ahead and we pull this over? Okay, we pull this over. We go ahead and put this on here. Okay, but we want it in, you know, going in the right direction. So, okay, we're going to put this on. Okay, we're committing. We're putting this on. Okay, putting this down. Okay, then noisy paper I like to put down with my ATG gun. Okay, so another one of my favorite tools. Make sure that we right side. Okay, let's go ahead and figure out what we're putting. So if we come from there, okay, so we'll cut that off. I don't know why I didn't want to start there. So this is double-sided tape. And I'm going to go ahead and put that down on there. I like that, okay? And then we're putting this down. Okay, so let's go ahead and put our glue down. We're still getting that frayed string. Okay. And I'm okay with, I like the book page coming up off the edge a little bit. And then we're going to go with our llama. Okay, and then after I put this down, then I'm going to go ahead and remember, we can always add more if we think we need it. Go ahead, hold this down, and then I'll make the other two, and we'll be back to make the last 3 tabs. Could have used the sewing machine for this right here, but that's okay. We'll just keep telling it who's boss. I'm the boss. I don't know, this fabric tack, and it is fabric tack. I did not accidentally get fabric fix, but it is really wet. Okay, there it goes. There it goes. Okay, so that's going to be that. You know, actually, I think I will go ahead and add a postcard up here to the top. And because we've been using the stapler to add them, I will do that. Okay, so that is that edge. Okay, And so I'm going to go ahead. I'll be right back. So there we have our 3 edges, and now we're going to go ahead and let's make our last 3 tabs. So let's see. This is 7 inches, so 2 and a little. So we'll cut these to be 3 tabs. Okay. So there's one part. Oh, we've got this. Got this for each of those. 1, 2. Okay, so we have that for each of them. Could do a flower and a bling. Okay. So that's what we're going to do for our last tab. And I am going to go ahead and, you know what? I'm going to use my BCG gun. Okay. So we'll get one ready, and then we'll do the other 3. Real fast. Real fast. And I think we'll go ahead and let's staple down our flower. Okay, and that will help keep that down just in case. I think we'll be just fine with that. Staple down the flower. Then go ahead and add purple. Okay, so there's one. Okay, so ruffle was our base. Actually, the book page was our base. We added the scrap of this, our flower and our bling. I absolutely love those. Let's go ahead and make the other 2. Clean off the desk, and we'll be back to show you everything that we made. And here are our 3 ready tabs. Okay, so ready being that they are backed on paper, and we can just go ahead and add those into the journals. I'm going to go ahead and clean up the desk so that it's easier to see what we've got here, and I'll be back and show you what we've done. And here we go. I have my tabs. So we have 3 of this tab, and they are backed with book page as their little thing. We have these 3 that are like your traditional tabs, the over the page kind of tab. Okay, with the flower and the bling and the binding string and one of the ruffle pieces. Okay, so there's those. Put these over on the, and then we have our little atlas back lace and a postcard, and I love those. Very, very simple, but we have our tabs, and then we have our edges. So we have the llama pom-pom edge with the fabric and the stamped noisy paper. Next we have our daisy note paper, our ruffle, and our scrapbook paper, along with the little flinch card with a dot. And then we have our curtain lace, the digital image here, atlas, postcard, and the flower with the green dot. So we have 9 edges, 9 tabs ready to go into our journal. So each journal will get one of these. Remember we're making 3 journals. Don't forget to go watch one of these videos. It really does help my channel. The other thing that you can do to say thank you after the video is over, leave a comment in the video. So those 2 things really do help my channel, and if you got anything out of this, I really would appreciate that, along with the thumbs up. So I hope you have an amazing day. Find something to celebrate every day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye.